feel good today. Welcome. Little morning coffee with Rion. Little Aquaman for you, baby. You know, that's what we do here. I got so many updates for this magnetic storm in Florida and how we're activating the grid and how we're unstoppable, you know. You guys just come on in. Ooh. I like it. Kiki! You guys miss me? Hey. I missed you. Come on, Facebook. Kick up that network performance, you know what I mean? I'm gonna teach you guys how to ride magnetic storms. Oh, that happened last night. A magnetic storm for a true grid worker is actually a beneficial thing because you get more access into the grid as that magnetic storm slams into the planet. Let me explain something to you. But first, get your cups of coffee, get your Java, get your tea, because this is morning coffee, and let's get this going, baby. Let's get this going. All right. So, first and foremost, thank you all for tuning in today. We have an amazing little show, or I should have an amazing little show for you today. My brother, he is in New York holding it down. Alexander, he's at a conference out there. He's crushing it, you know, so I thought I just got home, back in Sedona, back into my temple, back to my golden pyramids of awesomeness. First thing I did is light sage and incense in my house, and I put my hand on my Tesla machine and just like unlimited power until my frequency in my suit came back to its normal resonance. Big shout out to my sis, all those Floridians out there. I got a hookup for you guys. For all you guys that didn't know, I went to Orlando for my B-Day. And, you know, we're going to be celebrating here in Sedona on a secret little party. Just going to go down here before the conference. And, you know, I went over there. Orlando was lit. I had a great time. Gridded every place we visited. Don't want to say where, but let's just say Avatar is mine now. Oh, some hotness over there in Animal Kingdom. What else? Had so much fun over there. Interacted with lots of amazing beings. The energy is coming up, you guys. Orlando people are waking up. Florida people are waking up. My fellow Floridians out there, you guys are waking up. I'm very pleased by that. People are asking more questions. People are waking up. I also have like an energy reading that I'm going to share with you guys about Floridians, but Florida. And as I made my way down to Fort Lauderdale, frequency drops again. So let me explain what my guides just said straight up needs to take place. Since Florida is so flat, there really isn't a high point to broadcast energy out of that's not already in the ocean. Bermuda Triangle out there in the Keys underwater with their different temple and pyramid complexes that, you know, off the coast of Cuba, you know, 2006, that one female scientist did underwater radar founding. They thought it was Atlantis, and found a complete underwater pyramid structure. You know, it looks like an old Mayan civilization, but they were using Nubians or that 72-degree golden ratio pyramids under the water. So check this out. They said I'm like, what does Florida need to do to actually get the frequency up? Because this is what happens, guys. For as strong as I am, and I am that strong, right? Just as you guys are, I had to fight every single night to imagine if I'm in a submarine in 3D, right? I sleep at 1,000 feet. Sedona, my average elevation is 4,500, 5,000 feet. So imagine my normal, where I sleep at night in bed, is a mile up. So I'm looking up at the frequency where I'd normally be sleeping, about a mile up in the air, you know, from sea level. And I was like, yo, dude, why is it so difficult for me to punch out of my body and to run around? And not only is it the elevation, but it's also, you know, Florida has this energy about it, this energy of an old past, an amazing kingdom. almost 10,000 years ago. Florida has this feeling like something used to be there, but it's no longer there. Florida has this old ancient feeling. Coral Castle is out there. The Bermuda Triangle is off the coast. I mean, you go to Florida and you're staring off the coast of Miami, I can energetically touch the Bahamas and Nassau. I mean, anything within a 500-mile range is mine. That's how I was raised. And how I practiced to get to that strong was when I moved to Sedona from Los Angeles, I would constantly be jumping back and forth, right? So as you guys practice your jump points, anything within 500 miles, I'm on your roof. So when I was out there checking everything out, and I was like, what do they need? And I thought to myself, my guides are like, the only way to get the frequency up here is they need tools, son, because it's very difficult for a vessel. Think how hard it is for you, son. And I know what I'm doing to actually push. It's almost like the mists of Avalon out there. It's rainy, it's cloudy, it's dense, it's like a whole thing. But this is what I noticed. When it rained in Fort Lauderdale, I felt my energy actually run up the raindrops into the cloud. Like it made like a connection point of energy when it rains. I could jump up. And I remembered my dreams, and I'll express those to you now, what I experienced there, okay? But back to what Florida needs. They need 4 122-foot Russian pyramids, those Nubian pyramids that they got over there. They need pillars of energy. They need, I'd say, 122 feet Nubian pyramids in Orlando, 4 in Fort Lauderdale, 4 in Miami. They need all of those things quantum entangled to actually hold the net up. Maybe one in Georgia, out there. You guys, the level of density is so heavy that you wonder why people can't wake up. I'm trying to tell you guys, it's beyond what this can do. Now, for all you guys, my fellow Floridians out there that have moved by the Wata, I don't know why I like saying the Wata, but the Wata, right? It's easier over the ocean to reach and get into that energy, and because you have the ion, right? The ions from the ocean assisting with that. And when you put your feet in the water, in your mind, 150 clicks due southeast is an underwater temple, right? So all you gotta do is step into the water and go, boom, just shoot. If you're in the Atlantic Ocean, you basically turn to the right and go shoot for the temple. Don't shoot up into the air, go right for the crystal temple. That's the fastest way for me and us high-speed, low-drag guys out there. You know what I mean? Go right for the temple. There's a huge crystal in the center of that temple complex. It looks like a quartz crystal that's like 15, 20 feet tall. It's about half a mile under where the temple is, quarter mile, 600 feet. No, that's definitely less. 657 feet from the ocean floor, straight down dead center in the middle of that pyramid complex where it is. I just punch into it because I'm drawn to where the power centers are. That's how my molecules, my body is driven. I'm like, where's the power? I'm like reading the magnetic field, like, where's the punch point? Pulse point is when energy slams down from the heavens down to the ground. Where's the vortex? Where's where the energy's penetrating through the ground up into the sky, okay? That's how I was taught. What else? Ooh, I got secrets. What else we got? If we don't do the huge Nubian pyramids, they were telling me it would take about like 30,000 backyard pyramids in each town to actually manually raise the frequency over there and do away with the smart meter, the 5G, the Wi-Fi, whatever they're broadcasting from the satellites, whatever they're doing on the fake system. The same thing they got in Los Angeles when you drive down the 405 freeway. I know the frequency of low hums they're pushing off the power lines and the dirty electricity. Okay, next. I know about the Lily Wave functionality of how you're programming the lower hum to keep people hypnotized and asleep. Big deal. You want a gold star? Beyond you. Next is how to get out of that. It's really, you guys have to create your own fields and in your backyards. I don't care if you guys want to get a pyramid from me, my brothers, make your own, check it out. Big copper pyramids in the backyard, usually with some sort of orgone function on top. You guys got to think about this. You guys are creating the center of a circus tent. When you put that pillar up in your backyard, you're pushing, like imagine like a web or a net that's sitting on all your friends and neighbors. You're literally having to push through the net and create more space for all of them. That's what you're doing. So I just want you to understand that it's very important. To do it just with your suit is very difficult. Prayer circles, drumming, absolutely. But I do think more tools need assistance over there. Absolutely. We need to kick it up a notch. For all my Florida family across planet Earth or low density areas, you guys, I'm doing 15% off forever. I just spent a week down there. 15% off any product, anything you want, forever at store.teamlight.com. I'm just doing that for you because I want to do whatever I can to assist you. That's permanent. You know, my sister's over there, Fort Lauderdale. She's trying to help people wake up, and I met a lot of amazing beings. And the hardest thing about it is, you guys, I had a hard time remembering my dreams. I had a hard time remembering my dreams. I'd wake up and go, well, I remember this and I remember that. Where's the rest of my data? I'm used to getting this much data every night, and in this space, I got like this much. So it really did affect me. Just want you guys to know that it's not some spiritual woo-woo, blah, blah, blah. Absolutely not. Another thing, too, I'm going to express some things to you guys, too. Sugar. Sugar over there, all the Pepsi, Coca-Cola, all these guys, the entire Disney. All of these guys are just sugar, 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 sugar. They're just comatose, 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 comatose on a level I've never seen before. People don't understand that sugar is a drug, okay? It is a drug. You know, it'd be crazy. I walked 8 miles every day at each different theme park with my family having a great time. And if you could walk 8 miles and not eat the food they provide, you'd be killing the game. I would have walked 16 miles and just got shredded. The food they're serving, the sugar intake, I haven't had real ice cream, and I don't even know how long. I had an ice cream cone, and literally 10 minutes later, it almost knocked me out, like almost put me to sleep. I was like, I gotta go. I mean, knocked me out cold, okay? Sugar. Pay attention how much sugar you guys are eating over there. That's the first way they wrap and tap you. Second thing is this. Let me give you the matrix visual of when you put a pill in your mouth. Okay, check it out. Imagine me with no skin, no bones, just my neurological system glowing. I got a pill, like in the Matrix, when he takes the pill and everything goes digital. When you put that pill in your mouth, whoop, and your body breaks it down, and that frequency goes through your entire body, what you just did is, if anyone understands, right, energy and how to manipulate harmonics and frequency, you just gave them access to your entire suit that went through your auric field, through your energy body, and right into your biological suit. How they showed me was, my guides are like, when you put the pill in your mouth, imagine all the frequencies going through the air, son. They're sending out these frequencies all the time. You just gave them a tracer. Imagine a tracer. When you take a pill, it's like a GPS synthetic harmonic. When you put that in your mouth and you swallow it, you literally just they can access you through the field by the tracer you just swallowed. Now, when you guys are thinking about your medication you're getting from the pharmaceutical companies, think about that. You just gave some jagaloon, you have no idea who it is, probably some aspect of the Rand Corporation, access to your suit because you saw, oh my God, in the TV over there is hilarious. You gave some pharmaceutical jackass access to your suit by taking this pill. Sugar, late night commercials. I've never seen so many programming commercials in my life. I was actually so deprogrammed. I haven't seen a commercial in so long. I'm in like a hotel room. I was like, thought I was watching Jeopardy or some sort of comedy show. I was like, are you serious? They're like, hey, so you think this is happening to you? Are you tired? Are you lethargic? You may have. And I'm just like, it was like every 30 seconds. I'm like, first of all, how about everyone's awesome? And you guys need to take this whole shite show you guys got going on down here and flush it, because no one's going to remember you in heaven. No one's going to remember anything about you on this planet. That I can promise you. Me as a galactic being, 99% of everything you're programmed here on this planet, you'll never remember. And the people responsible for doing stupid shit on this planet will be remembered as embarrassments to the entire human collective. And the only reason they're allowed to do it is because they don't know any better. They're ignorant. They don't know any better, son. Don't judge them. They don't know. So I'm like, so let me express this. I'm a CEO of a Pepsi company. They're cleaning product. They're cleaning tanks with Coca-Cola. And these kids are swallowing this stuff by the gallons in these theme parks, and everyone's okay with this. And the thing is that there's no options, ladies and gentlemen. I'm like, can I get something that, go to a theme park in Orlando and go, can I get something sugar-free? They're like, oh, you want some water? I'm like, oh yeah, please, can I swallow some more fluoride? I gotta take drops every night. You guys are just Floridians are fluorided, okay? So I'm just trying to say, go in there and go, I'm gonna try to eat right. You can have a salad. What kind of dressing you have? Ranch, creamy ranch, sugar and all. I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm eating a piece of bread and a lentil soup, and I can't go to any restaurant. I'm like, this is crazy, and they won't let you bring in food. So, again, controlled program. By the way, let me express something to you about Walt. Mr. Disney, if Walt was alive, he wouldn't have allowed any of this shit to take place. Put that on a bumper sticker and stick it across the CEO's foreheads of everyone at Disney. Listen to me. I was over there last year or 2 years ago for my birthday again. I'm in a golf cart. I'm staying at the Caribbean island, Pirates of the Caribbean. The guy driving the golf cart tells me, hey, things were a lot different. I've been working for Disney for 30 years. And he goes, when Walt was alive, it was a much different place. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, well, Epcot Center was supposed to be for all of the Disney employees. When they retired, they were supposed to get a place to stay at Epcot Center. And it was supposed to be a city of the future. Did you guys know this? I'm talking to the employee. I go, what do you mean? He goes, well, when Walt died, the corporate took it over, and they thought that was too costly or what have you, and they turned it into what it is now, which Epcot Center. And I thought to myself, imagine you guys out there, all my young Walt Disney energies in your 20s and 30s. Imagine you pass away and some jackasses get behind the wheel and change your entire vision and dream. Okay? That's what happened to Disney. Okay? The corporate greed comes in, the poisons come in, and they do this. Okay? I'm just trying to express to you, we're better than this, but you guys need to understand the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. And how do we fight back? Hey, support beings, companies, right? Organizations, which have nothing shall change for 100 years. This is a 99-year contract. Here is our official annual dedication of our profits to all charities every single year for 100 years. Just me saying this sounds so foreign to some of these guys on this planet. That's what's so freaky. That's what's so freaky. 20% of all profits for the next 100 years go to these charities. Always. This will always be utilized to help the public and the health and well-being of all people. Yes, we're going to allow other drinks and beverages and food operators to come into our space and create more healthy options. It sounds very logical, doesn't it? Isn't that strange? Sounds like, wow, someone who actually cares about people's behind the wheel. This is the stuff we're going to bring to the world. Team Lightness, watch me. Okay, I'm trying to express. We got things up our sleeves. We have abundance coming in. I'm going to flip this thing like a young Walt Disney without the rest of the corporate greed attached to it. Okay, just, hey. Check it out. There's shareholders. People want to make money. We got, CEOs coming and going. We got to get our, our dividends up for our things, or I'm going to lose my job. It's the same thing that goes on in the political system on this planet. We can't do something real because if I come in there and try to do something real, I'm not going to get reelected. Do you understand the issue with the consciousness? Understand it. Not like in some kumbaya way. Understand it in here going, oh, I can see that reflection and how it affects the entire planet. Breathe that in. Oh, I understand how they were taught down here how to get ahead. Oh, I understand how that competition thing kind of got out of control. And now they're just taking more than they give. Okay? By the way, on a side note, they did a great job at Animal Kingdom. The Avatar place is lit. I'm just trying to say, look, you guys, even in Disney, you can see the duality, okay? And it's a great place to visit. It was amazing. I'm just trying to say, all the artisans, by the way, that worked on making Pandora or that Avatar place in Animal Kingdom look authentic, they are amazing. Some of the stuff behind the scenes, keep an eye on. Okay? It's supposed to be the happiest place on earth. Let's go ahead and continue that and make it the healthiest place on earth. Let's kick it up a notch. Next, magnetic storms. I got some flavor for you. How you guys now? We've been in a huge magnetic storm. Past couple days, I got knocked out at 5 o'clock yesterday, and I slept till 9 a.m. this morning. Let me tell you a secret. I just figured out last night. All right. I don't know. Should we relax for a second? All right, that was my Florida download. I got to see who else? I was in Dreamtime in Fort Lauderdale. I got to wake up remembering one dream from 7D. I was walking around up in 7D with a guy. One of my guides looks like Thor. It's a big Nordic stud. And I was like, we were in this like festival. It was very fun. Like almost like a medieval times festival, but futuristic. And I remember as I began to wake up and come back down into 3D, a guy that looked like Doctor Strange, right, showed up and told my Nordic, hey, he's got to wake up now. And this is the freakiest thing, you guys. This portal opens underneath me, and my Nordic dude's like arguing with Doctor Strange, whoever this other guy, I think it was my 13D Arcturian. And what he was saying was, I can't keep the portal open any longer above his body. I can't, like the energy ratio of his resonance in the suit and how much frequency it takes to open a doorway from 3D to 7D, he's losing juice. We got to wake up. So this is the saddest thing I've ever experienced, and I actually had this real visual image. Portal opens. I'm looking at Doctor Strange over here, and I'm looking at Thor looking at me, and I was literally the Hulk, and I was like this huge dude, like looked like the Hulk, and then I shrunk down to Hulk's inner child, like 8, 9 years old. And I was like, take my hand, don't let me fall. I don't want to go down there again. And my Nordic dude's like, I'm sorry, bro. And literally as I fell down the pit from 7D all the way down to 3D, when my inner child's body was falling, it got bigger and bigger and bigger again, turned into the Hulk as it hit the ground. Now check this out. This is the freaky thing. As I fell, it looked like, imagine two people, like guardians. They leaned over like this, like here, I'm falling down this portal. It looked like two beings locked hands and did this like this. 1 layer, 2 layer, 3 layer, he's falling, 4 layer, 5 layer, 6 layer, 7 layer, boom, he hit the ground. I actually saw the walls of consciousness on this planet that actually holds your multidimensional aspects in check based upon dimensional level, actually collapse as I was falling over me. So the door didn't stay open. Literally, as my energy dropped and I woke up in the suit, I actually saw the hole close. I thought I'd share that with you guys because I've never had such a very clear, pristine picture of it. It was anyways, I thought you guys should know that. And again, I tip my hat off to you guys out there living in lower density areas. It's easy for me to sit up here in Sedona and go bang, bang, bang. This is how you do it, baby. I had a hard time over there in Florida, and I can imagine in New York, my brother Alexander's having a time right now. In Los Angeles, it's a little faster. I don't know, it doesn't feel that dense in LA. It doesn't. There's a little more things going on out there. But Florida, definitely so. So, let's take a break for a second, and I'm gonna teach you guys how to ride the magnetic storms. Oh yeah! By the way, chime in wherever you guys are punching in from around the world. I missed you guys. Our little team huddle over here. I'm like, check it out, yeah. Bagged and tagged a couple of guys. I was on good behavior. What else? They kind of gave me a wide berth over there. They knew that I was coming in there to relax and not be working. We did grid, mind you. But I really wasn't doing the, my normal job. That was nice for the first time in my life to not be at a level 9 as soon as I got off the airplane. I think a lot of the stuff that I've been pre-programmed to do, and many of my fellow Syrian sentinels out there have been programmed to do, is kind of pumping the brakes a little bit based upon the real changes in 3D to actually let more light into this space and everyone becoming more aware. What I can tell you is that from my heart, it's getting easier. I just want you guys to know that. It's not getting darker. It's getting easier. I'm just letting you know. Even from, it's getting easier. Some of these things in the financial system have taken place. We're waiting for a green light. Some of these things in these financial abundance and these programs and these humanitarian things are on their way. What I can tell you is that you guys get your journals out, your dream journals out. Please pay attention to your dreams. Please pay attention to what you want to create in 3D. Do not give it to someone else in their responsibility to do it for you. For all my young guys out there in their teens and their early 20s, I didn't know this, but the majority of people that won the Nobel Peace Prize, like Einstein or all these guys who had their amazing formulas that they created, right? Like between 20 and 25 years old. So for all you young guys out there that think that this idea you have is silly or stupid because it doesn't exist yet, don't feel like that. Don't be like that. Understand each of us has a part to play in this world. It's a round table, and everyone needs to take each piece of this pie and just crush it. So if we're sitting in a circle right now around Earth with all of our higher selves sitting in a circle, and you go, yo, we'll take this quadrant. You're like, I'll take this quadrant. And we rotate all the way around the planet. Those are cosmic galactic beings. There is no pyramid structure. There is no top. We are the structure of the universe reflecting upon itself. We are the structure. We hold the Akashic record in our DNA as walking libraries walking around the surface of this world. Oh yeah, I got access to some things. I don't even know what I can and can't share. I'm popping and locking with blue avians like, oh, what up, bro? They call me that white avian with the silver flare, I'll beat, You ever morph on an avian and be like, you call that a beak? Just kidding. You call that a beak? I'm not a robin, I'm more like an eagle, bro. Like a thunderbird. You ever seen a thunderbird, bro? They come from Jupiter. They're just like, what up? Pop and lock. All right, so we go. How to ride a magnetic storm and go. So, last night, I'm locked into 2 days of processing, catching back up to Sedona speed, which is about 3 or 4 times faster than normal. And what I realized was, as the magnetic storm was really cracking, so here's planet Earth, here comes the magnetic storm, slamming into the planet. And I think you're supposed to see northern lights, maybe last night in the upper northeast in the United States, and it's a big deal. But this is what I realized. As the magnetic storm strikes the planet and it makes these adjustments, what I realized was, as I was laying in my bed, I began to expand my energy and stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch out. And what you can learn how to do, for all you grid workers out there, you might do this naturally. For all you Reiki healers out there and energy workers, you do this naturally. But you can actually ride the magnetism as it strikes into the earth. So here's magnetic storms smashing into the planet. Here's stagnance, let's just say. Here comes like a breeze. Imagine the magnetism is a breeze. Okay? As the breeze enters the stillness, it enters and it turns on all the air, right? I'm just trying to give you an example of how to feel it. It turns on it moves all of the molecules and magnetism on the planet. So it's going like this. It's going into the earth, out of the earth. It's creating new doorways and pathways. So if you can expand out, catch a ride on a magnetic, right, a ley line or a magnetic cable coming in, you can actually boom, boom, boom. I was skipping across the planet effortlessly. I was here, I was in Bali, I was in the Himalayas, boom, boom, boom. I was riding the magnetic storm across the planet, right, and then coming home. So another thing too with the magnetic storm and data, right? So light equals data, but a magnetic storm, right? Think of a magnetic storm as a firmware update. So if my consciousness is software, a magnetic function is more like a firmware update where it actually affects the magnetism in your body and how your cells and your neurons are flowing and how and what you think you can expand into. So for all you guys that go full-blown avatar out there on the lakes and the mountains and the oceans and the rivers of this great beautiful planet, that are charging from the sun until your eyes light up on fire. You start, if you guys know when you guys are really charged, I did this once in my life. I just woke up. I was sun charging about 2.5, 3 hours a day before the blue ring, appeared on my eyeball after I got back from Mount Shasta. But before my third eye came on, and then right afterwards, I would sun charge so much that the line around my eye, around my iris, actually was orange. And it was so weird that I sun charged and I came to eat dinner with my family, and I opened my eyes and I was eating dinner. My mom was kicking me under the table going, "What is going on? Look at your eyes." And I said, "What?" And I went in the mirror and they were orange around here. Orange, like lit. So what I'm trying to say, back in the day, they talk about the enlightened ones, or the ones that used to glow, where you could actually see the halos through their skin. What I'm trying to express for you guys out there, we have these abilities. You pull in enough average juice inside that body, we are 1% matter, 99% empty space. Nassim Harriman, love you. So remember this. My vacuum of how much energy I can pull into this suit is far beyond what you guys actually see in the physical. I just want you guys to know that, okay? Way beyond. So when you look at yourself in the mirror, like, this is me and I'm 5'9", or I'm 6 foot, or I'm 5'2", and this is all I got. Let me explain something to you. That's you at 1% matter, 99% empty space. There's plenty of room to move around. That's when you guys get your energy arms turned on. You guys start playing with the energy and learning how to light bend and light weave. And when they give you clearance to push your energy through other people's realities, because you have no malice, you're just trying to help people. That's that space that you need. Just remember that from your heart. Now, for all you guys going through these tests, let me say this real clear from my heart. I woke up, I got 2 weeks of light side. I got visited by the red robe monks of Tibet. Yeshua visited me. Vishnu visited me. Little Buddha visited me. Krish. All these guys for the first 2 weeks. A lot of Atlantean robes. My eyes first came on. I could see perfectly in 5D. As I grew, and as you are seen as an asset, I need you to understand duality. It's almost like you have two different coaches trying to draft you. You got your night side coach who's like, ooh, we have a vessel that has the power. And you have your light side, manager from a pro team. Two pro teams are trying to draft you. You got your night side and your light side. Your light side pro is, will he or she step into their heart and actually be a testament of humanity and help, aid humanity or service to others, right? Or on the right-hand side, service to self. Will they, operate in that Illuminati, naughty, Orion, naughty way? By the way, not all the beings from Orion are bad whatsoever. A lot of us have aspects from Orion that came here to keep an eye on the night side and get it structured, just to let you know. But mind you, I had to work my way up from here 10 years later to here. I just want you to know, it wasn't like, oh, how did you get it? 10 years of consistency. That's how you do it. Why? You have to know thyself. You have to know what it feels like to go from your heart first, then your mind. It's one of the hardest things to do. Okay? Why? Because every time you get hurt, every time you have a negative experience in this place, every time you lose a job, or lose a partner, or lose a loved one, your heart goes like this. I love everything. And it starts shutting down. I don't trust this place. This place is lame. I don't like it here. And it drops your frequency. But that is the earth test. Earth test is everyone on this planet is in rehab, including the deities that have vessels on this planet. I can speak for you personally. When I'm up in council meetings talking to other deities about their vessels, they're going through stuff right now. I know for a fact that Vishnu, reincarnated, 1, he's living in Delhi, 2, he's in his 30s, 3, and he's having a hard time with the population over there and actually having a vessel in 3D and interacting into this modern age. With the Wi-Fi and this and poverty and this and overpopulation, you have to understand some of these guys were at 5, 6, 7,000, 8,000 years ago. It wasn't like this, guys. They're like, whoa, I'm in downtown, getting on planes, trains, and all. There's so many people here. It's different, okay? So, that being said, understand that never put someone on a pedestal above you. Understand you are your own master. understand your higher self is your true teacher, and understand, be prepared for the duality test. That is what we signed up for. When you know you guys are being tested, when you know you wake up every day and you imagine you have an angel and maybe one of your night dudes standing up on, about 300 feet in the air at the clipboard going, what is he or she thinking today? What program are they believing today? And what is their a maximum output for today? If you think about your life like that, how could you ever make a mistake? Or how about the instant gratification test? Someone asked me a real serious question. I need an answer now. I go, right now, I'm going to go to the gym. Then I'm going to meditate on your question for 40 minutes and 20 minutes in the steam room. Then I'm going to sleep on it. And in the morning, after I have my morning meditation, you shall have your answer. I don't operate in instant gratification. You guys are very old souls. Stop reacting based upon your understanding in this life. Understand how many lives you've lived. And when you make a life choice, you're playing chess. If I choose this, what does that look like in 3 or 4 years? If I choose to move here, what does that look like in 10 years? If I choose to start treating my body properly, having proper health, right? Working out, charging from the sun, anti-aging myself, what does that look like? Not just for tomorrow, but 5, 10 years from now. Stop with the instant gratification. Just letting you know, that is something that is learned down here. It goes into that AI bullshit. I want it now. Process it now. I want the algorithm now. I want a burger and a milkshake made by a robot now. Okay, stop. I'm just trying to say they play hand in hand. Things that are worth doing take time. But I want it now, Daddy. Oh, Bezos, I want it now. Please. All right, that being said, I'm seeing a lot more people wake up. I'm very happy with some of the beings I bumped into over in Florida. Many new friends. What I got of is a lot of this, and I'll express to you guys what happens when you also, some of you guys will reflect with this. When you expand very big, I don't cloak anymore. I used to, when I used to go into Los Angeles, up until like about 4 years ago, I would cloak. If you guys want to know how to do that, watch Experiencers Speak 2016 on Unite the Collective's channel. I used to cloak, pull my energy, and put on this like cosmic robe, and I would kind of ghost everyone around me. 5 years ago, I said, I'm done doing this. I'm not going to ghost. I'm going to expand like the Jolly Green Giant, and I'm going to walk into Los Angeles. As I fly in the airplane, I'm going to see my huge-ass cosmic beings walking next to the airplane all the way from Phoenix into Los Angeles. Fact. So once I got comfortable, because the thing is that when you expand out, you feel everything around you. It's easy to pull everything in, but when you expand out, it's like everyone's running around underneath your armpits. You're like, whoa, hey, little guy, get off my ankles. Okay, that's what it's kind of like, okay? So, as you grow into the function of actually being the energy, breathing in the prana, becoming one with the environment, one with the wind, one with the magnetism, one with the trees, it's like more and more data pours through you, and you can act as a stabilizing mechanism in any space you enter. That is what I wish for all of us to work on now. I don't want this 20-year, 50-year rollout plan or this 100-year rollout plan that, the governments have signed off on about the truth about Antarctica and why the seats on the side of the pyramid in Mars, there's a pyramid on Mars, and there's seats on the side of this pyramid. The seats are 30 feet high. You got to be a 60-foot being to sit down in a 30-foot chair. Type in Busegi mountain range, aliens, the alien base, Anunnaki base in Busegi, Romania. The chairs, they walk into this room, the chairs are 12 feet high. So the dining room table and the chairs are 12 feet high, 8 to 12 feet high. That means you got to be 16 to 20 feet tall to sit down at a dining room table where the chairs are 12 feet high. Okay? Fact. In stone, in a cave, Google it. This is what I'm trying to express to you. In the Old Testament, they talk about giants, guys. Okay? Fact. This is what I'm trying to get to. What I'm picking up on in this space is if we are the reincarnations of this new accelerated DNA human suit, which is just as powerful as, say, a big giant, right? But now compressed down in this modern version into 6'1", and now as we're starting to grow again, like the computer that launched one of the space shuttles, the computer was the size of a room. Like the whole computer was like one room computer. Now there's more data on the computer, on the phone you're watching me on right now, than they had to actually launch the first space shuttle. Evolved. Evolution. So, the power of your mind, the power to create, the power to govern, and the power to be a true steward. One person with the right motivation and unlimited resources with a long lifespan could have such a tremendous effect on this planet, it's kind of crazy. Just kept cleaning the ocean, kept building the beaches, kept replanting the trees. That one guy in Brazil, him and his wife, they replanted trees on 170 acres. Now it's a tropical rainforest again. It was a barren wasteland after everything was cut down. Now it's a tropical rainforest. The water returned, and they have streams and rivers and waterfalls back on what was now a barren land. 30 years with one guy and his wife staying focused and in their purpose, flipped the whole place. 170 acres, something like that. So imagine what 5, 10, 15, 100, 200,000, a million of us, 5 million of us, 200 million of us, a billion of us getting it does, and how fast. Okay. In India and China, they're competing against each other, right? How many trees can their population replant in a week or in a month? China took their whole military and said, hey, what are we doing this week? What are we doing this month? We're planting trees. Right? What are we doing over here in America, man? Come on. I mean, I thought, America, come on. What are we doing over here? Waiting for some jagaloons to tell us how to be good? Come on. You know what I mean? America, do something. Wake up. You know? Get a bat and smash him in the hey. You know? Let's go. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I just want you to know I'm back. I'm very happy to be here with you guys. It's an absolute pleasure being here with you guys. We are a team. I want you to understand that. Team. Family. Here. Team. We are that team. And I can't wait to create a better future with you guys every single day. The downloads keep coming in. You guys are so talented. I have all of you guys reaching out to me about your amazing ideas and everything. There will be a time and place to implement all of these things. And as far as this true stewardship, I'd like to take this into a new competition ratio. Maybe 10,000 years ago, they had a different A team, or 20,000 years ago that came down to this planet to learn these lessons. And then, 10,000 years ago, they wiped the board again. I think in this run, with the amount of talent on this planet right now, it ain't gonna take no 1,000 years. You're gonna watch the entire planet flip in about 10 to 20 years. If you give us and my family and these 3 generations what they need to do their job, we can flip this whole planet in about 5.5 to 7 years. You have no idea the power of focus we have. One example of this is since Fukushima has affected the entire food table, all of the Alaskan fishermen in Alaska, their fishing season has got cut in half, and some of the greatest fishermen on earth are sitting up in Alaska on the coast, nothing to do. You take one billionaire, you hire the entire fishing fleet of Alaska that are sitting there doing nothing. You pay these guys a monthly, 3-month, 6-month, 8-month, 1-year salary. You take all of the fishing fleet from Alaska down to the coast, down to that Pacific pile of trash that's spinning in a donut. The entire Alaskan fishing fleet with all the nets and all the rigging to go and pick all that trash up. In 2 years, you can remove all the trash with the right person behind the wheel, with the right intent and the right focus. In 1 year of the entire fishing fleet doing 2 laps. Okay, do you guys even know what 500 or 5,000 boats, trolling nets of picking up garbage can do? No, I'm saying we need to mobilize the planet. Mobilize the United States of America and the planet and mobilize them. How many retired Army vets wouldn't go, sign me up, bro? Let's do this. I've been waiting my whole life to do something worthy. You know? Serving your country is one thing. Serving the planet is another. Serve the planet. Brothers and sisters, I am Rion. It's an absolute pleasure talking to you guys here today. Okay? Ideas like this, ideas you guys have, share this video, share the love amongst all of our family around planet Earth, and we got this. Okay? I'm a Piscean, I'm a Syrian, love the water. Okay? Let's do it. You guys, SedonaCosmicAwakening.com. I think there's 20 tickets left. Come and check it out. We're putting up a new special for you guys that can just come in on Sunday. That's going up on the website tomorrow, the next day. I can't wait to see you guys. Can't wait to see you guys. David Wilcox coming in hot with it. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun, and his beautiful wife will be with us. And guys from Ancient Aliens, we have like an crazy, awesome all-star team showing up here. And that's the 12th, 13th, and 14th, I believe, of April. I think we're like 2 weeks out. So check it out, SedonaCosmicAwakening.com. Number 2, I got new prototypes in for my guy in Bulgaria who makes all my custom molds. I got tetrahedrons, obelisks. We're working on those prototypes with the new Azurite fire for you guys. Also, all new products are going to have the Azurite fire. I'm just going to upgrade you guys because I love you, and I think you guys, everyone needs that extra oomph to turn their third eyes on into practice. Okay? I'm doing that for you guys because I love you. And again, lifelong discount for everyone in Florida that needs light tools. I was just there for a week and change. I understand what is leaning against you guys, and I'm here to support you. I am Rion. You guys have a blessed week and a blessed weekend. The tarot for this week is, right? Remember how awesome you truly are, and always remember how much you are truly loved, and that we will always and always have been successful on every single mission we've ever been sent on. All right? We are that A-team. You are that A-team. Love and abundance from Sedona. Blessings.